welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm gonna be doing a holiday glam makeup look for you guys. I know with already Christmas coming up, oh my god, it's coming up so quick. I feel like the glam, you can bump it up just a little bit more. I feel like for Thanksgiving, you can kind of play it safe, you know, and not too glam. I mean, you can go glam if you want. I know that during this time of year, everybody goes to Christmas parties, so I wanted to kind of upload it a little bit earlier because I know that we're going to my dad's Christmas party this Saturday. So I just thought, why not? Let's go ahead and play with some makeup. I also incorporated my foundation routine now. A lot of you guys keep asking me in the comments like, girl, how come you're not posting your foundation routine? And the reason why, you guys, is because I feel like it's pretty boring. I feel like it's the exact same thing. I'm not using any different products or anything like that because I love the products that I'm currently using right now. But I promise I'm going to get better at it. I'm going to venture out and use different makeup products. So yeah, I'm really excited to play with some makeup today. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. The first brush that I'm going to go into is the number 514, and it's from Morphe. It's a little bit smaller than my Morphe M433. And for the eyeshadow today, you guys, I'm gonna go into my KKW Beauty and collab with Mario, the Artist and Muse palette again. Do a tutorial already on it, so I will link it here for you guys, so definitely check that out. The first shadow that I'm gonna go into is called the Don't Move, which is the shadow right here. So we're gonna go into this one. So I'm gonna go in a little bit higher than usual, but we're gonna place this right in the crease. Now I'm going to go into the shadow called I'm Inspired, which is this nice dark brown from the palette. And we're just going to place it right in the crease and darken it up a little bit more. But we don't want to go up too high and cover the first shadow that we first placed on our lid. Alright guys, so at this point, I'm just pretty much picking up the shades called Glam King and Don't Move and just going on top of the shade called I'm Inspired. Just to blend everything together so that way it looks nice and seamless and that there are no harsh lines being seen. So at this point, I call it like the boring part of doing eyeshadow because we're just, you know, blending everything, laying down the base first, so then we can get on to the fun stuff. So keep going back and forth just to make sure that you are completely satisfied with how you are liking your blending, and then just blend, blend, blend. Until your arm falls off. Just kidding. Just as long as you feel happy with what you have. Alright guys, so I do want a little bit more of darkness going towards the outer corner only. So I'm gonna go back into an oldie but a goodie, and it's the Soft Glam by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm gonna take the shade called Nowhere, which is just a matte black eyeshadow. I'm still using the Morphe M514, and I'm only gonna place it towards the outer corner, which is just right here. Kind of like we're creating a, well, we're kind of creating like a cut crease. And then you guys, I'm gonna go back into the shade called I'm Inspired from the Mario palette with KKW Beauty and just blend on top of it. So that way it blends in really well with the shade that we placed right here in the crease, which is the same one, the one called I'm Inspired. But I definitely want the darkness to be a little bit more focused towards the outer corner right here. Now I'm gonna go into my Urban Decay Eden Primer once again. And of course, my Sigma brush, the F75. Use code Sandy for 10% off with Sigma. I will list, actually all the links are always down below, so definitely check that out and save some money. And I'm gonna apply some on the back of my hand. And then we are going to cut our crease. There you go, so just like that. And now what we are going to do is I need to take a flat brush, and I'm going into my Morphe M167. It's a really nice flat brush. It's a shade called NYC to LA, which is the shadow right here. We're gonna place this as close to the top like this. The only difference, you guys, is that we're not gonna take it all the way down to the lash line. We're just gonna try to keep it just right here. So you guys, I'm gonna go into my Morphe M506, and we're gonna go into a shade called Don't Move. And it's the one that we first used in the beginning as a transition shade. And we're just gonna flick it going this way. And now you guys, I'm gonna go into my Morphe S20, which is just a small little pencil brush. I'm gonna go into the shade called I'm Inspired, that dark brown, and start to smoke out the outer corner. But then we're gonna try to connect it as close to the lash line as we can. Alright guys, so I'm going back into the NYC to LA and just applying some more of that eyeshadow, but we want to keep it very minimal and we basically just want to blend out the liner. We definitely don't want it to look too crazy, but we want to make sure that everything looks blended and there's no harsh lines. So I'm going to go back into the Morphe S20 and I'm going back to that soft glam palette by Anastasia, picking up a little bit more of that matte black. We're going to try to get it as close to the lash line as possible. We don't want it to get too overpowering. Now I'm going to go into the shade called I'm Inspired again, that dark brown, and just go on top of that black a little bit to soften it up. And now I'm gonna go into my MAC 266 once again, picking up that black eyeshadow. I want to stay super close to my lash line, so I'm just gonna tug my eyelid like this a little bit and just place, but get it as close to the lash line. There we have the finished eye. Well, not yet, because we're gonna pop on some mascara and then apply some lashes. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this eye off camera and then I will be right back with you guys. And finished off this eye off camera and applied some lashes. The lashes that I've been wearing are from Lena Lashes. This one is called, this style is called I Knew. So here is the name right there. Of course, I will link everything down below for you guys, but I've been really liking her lashes. They are a little bit too over the top, maybe for some of you, but I really love the way that they feel on my eyes and they look wispy and long, and I really want the eyeshadow to peek through. So her lashes are really wispy, and so far they've been my favorite for like these past few days that I've been doing eyeshadow. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with my skin, you guys. Going into my Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. Now I've been loving this primer, you guys, for such a long time. It's so good and it's silicone free, and I just love the way that my skin feels very moisturized every time that I apply this, and my makeup really does hold on a very long time. For foundation today, I'm going to go into my NARS. This is the Natural Radiant Longwear, and I am in the shade FIJI. I also use my Dose of Colors. I am in the shade 112 in that one, but I've also been loving my NARS foundation. I just feel like, oh, it covers up my redness really well too, and the most important part is that it matches me really nicely, but it's also super comfy and it lasts a long time. On my forehead, I really don't put too much product just because I just use whatever I have left on my sponge. I don't feel like I need so much coverage on my forehead. I need the rest of the coverage on my cheek area and my nose, but not so much my forehead. And of course, for concealers, you guys know this already. I'm obsessed with the KKW Beauty concealers. I just bought 2 of them. They were having a sale. I got them for $6 each. No, $12 each? $12 each, and I got the shade number 4. I just love the way that her concealers feel on my skin. It doesn't feel super heavy underneath my eyes. I really feel like it highlights my under eye really nicely and gives it a really good coverage, but it blends like a dream. It blends so good, and I feel like it really does last a very long time. Now to blend out the concealer, I'm gonna go back into my Real Techniques beauty sponge and start to pat it in. I love to put my concealer just like this, you guys, and not take it out too far because you are already applying a lot of product underneath here. If you have a lot of wrinkles underneath your eyes, you want to avoid to apply too much product. And then with whatever you have left, I just like to blend it out this way. This is one of the reasons why I actually really like this concealer too, you guys, is because I feel like it blends in really well, and it doesn't feel or look cakey. Do you know what I mean? Like even right now with my under eyes, it just looks so flawless. Now to cream contour, I'm gonna go into my Fenty Beauty, the shade 360. And basically, you guys, just go ahead and place it on your forehead, on the temples of your face, as well as your cheeks. And remember, contouring, you guys, is anything that you want to minimize and make look a little bit skinnier. Sorry guys, my camera ended up dying without me realizing it. It kind of sucks when I don't have my screen here to be able to see when that happens. So you guys, what I did is I used the Expert Face Brush and I just went ahead and blended out the cream contour. Now I did go in with my AIRSPUN, which you can find at Walmart or any drugstore, and I have the shade Naturally Neutral. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and take a fluffy brush and just buff everything out. And just pretty much set the entire face. Now this really helps to really just set everything. That way my oils, you know, I mean, oils obviously are still going to peek through because that's absolutely normal. I am obviously more on the combo side, so I only get it in my T-zone. But there's people that are extremely oily and get it all over. So this is a really great tip for my oily skin girls. This really helps to lock in your makeup and have it set for a very long time. Now I'm gonna go into my Sigma large angled contour brush, and I've been using, of course, as always, my Bahama Mama bronzer from the BALM Cosmetics. I absolutely love this bronzer, you guys. I really love a nice soft subtle contour. I don't like it to look too orangey. I like it to look bronzy, but not in the orange or red family. I like it more in the gray area. Does that make sense? For my nose, I'm going into my Morphe M513. I'm just gonna apply some here and dust it off and just set the nose contour that I applied on my nose. I should just take it up into the eyeshadow like this, which ties everything together, and it looks more bronzy and there's no harsh lines and everything looks blended. Alright guys, so for the eyes, I'm gonna go into my Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil 24/7. It's the shade Demolition, and I'm gonna apply this right on top of my waterline. And then we're gonna just go ahead and smoke out the lower lash line. Next, I'm going to my Morphe M432, and I'm gonna go into the shade called I'm Inspired from the KKW Beauty. And I'm just gonna apply this as close to the lash line as possible. Then I'm gonna go into my eye shading brush, E55, and I'm gonna be picking up the shade called Burnt Orange from the Anastasia palette, the Soft Glam, and then just smoke that out. I was applying blush, and I'm going into the KKW Beauty collab with Mario. It's a shade called Very Graceful. So this is the blush. I'm just gonna apply this. It's really subtle and it looks really airbrushed on my cheeks, and I just love a nice peachy blush. Now for lips, I'm gonna go into my BUXOM Cosmetics. This is the shade called Scandalous. So I'm gonna go into the Shane Dawson collab with Jeffree Star Cosmetics in the shade called Are You Feel Me? And it's just a nice red liquid lipstick. I was kind of debating if I wanted to buy any Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks, and you guys were telling me how bomb the formula is. So I was like, okay, I have to jump on it and buy it, and I am obsessed with the formula. It is so good. Now to just set my makeup, I'm gonna go into my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Absolutely love the setting spray because it really sets my makeup, make it last a lot longer too. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, you guys, for today's holiday makeup look. Obviously, it's a little bit more on the bronzy side, but you can definitely play around with it. You can use a darker lip if you want, a more burgundy. But this is definitely a makeup look that I will use for the holidays. Something very bronzy, yet still very wearable. And I mean, a pop of color on the lips definitely ties the look together. So if you guys liked this makeup look, definitely give my video a big thumbs up. If you do recreate this, do not forget to tag me on Instagram because I would love to see your recreations. Subscribe to my channel. I love you guys so much. I hope that your Christmas is all that you ever wished for. I hope that you get the presents that you've wished for. But more than anything, you guys, I hope that you enjoy it with your family and your friends and your loved ones. Just know that I love you guys so much, and thank you for all the love and the support. Besitos, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye guys!